And before I get into this talk about the Auburn versus Texas A&M game, have you seen the stats on Hugh Freeze since he's been at Auburn? He is 1 in 10 versus ranked opponents, 14 and 16 overall. But the most atrocious thing to me is 5 and 13 in SEC play. He's played 18 teams in the SEC with only 5 wins. Absolutely pathetic. I want to start by talking about what Auburn did well, and there wasn't a whole lot to love in this game. However, our defense did what they needed to do to get a win. They did their job. I have some notes from watching the game yesterday. So some of the notes I have, defense did what they needed to do. We had that huge pick, that interception that was almost run back for a touchdown. The offense got credit for that touchdown, but really that was a defensive play. I think at that point in the fourth quarter, we had -2 yards, something like that, before that touchdown. And at the end, I think we had maybe 1 yard of offense. It's horrible. Our offense looked terrible. Anyway, I'm talking about good things. Our defense held Texas A&M to 16 points at College Station. That should have been enough to get the job done. That was enough. The offense should have had enough to work with. You only had to score 17 points to win, and they couldn't do it. So the defense did their job. DJ Durkin had the defense ready. The offense, however, is a different story. And I guess I could say special teams were fine. We had the one field goal, and then the punting was pretty decent, but I hate even having to say that our punting was good because I don't want us to have to punt. But it was okay. Now let's talk about what went wrong, and that was pretty much everything else. The offense was atrocious. It was horrible. Third down efficiency was awful. We were 0 for 12 on third down efficiency. And if you can't convert on third down, what are you going to do? How are you going to get anything going? Why did we not run the ball? I still don't understand why we didn't run the ball. But anyway, penalties. Penalties killed us. We had tons of false starts. We had holding. Really, there's one player that's standing out for me that I still don't know why they're starting because they are causing so many penalties for our offense. But he's still out there. That, in my opinion, was a huge miss for Hugh Freeze in the offseason. The offense could not get into a rhythm. Part of that has to do with the offensive line, yes, but also Jackson Arnold. I mean, how are we feeling about him? Because I've not been impressed. I said that he needed to make me a believer in him. He's not done that yet. And part of that's offensive line. Part of that's he can't get rid of the ball. He was sacked 5 times yesterday. That's terrible. Getting sacked 5 times. The game before was like 10? He's getting sacked non-stop. Something's got to give. Something's got to change. The play calling overall was terrible. And then let's talk about the late game management. Was there anybody out there who truly believed that when we had the game on the line, we had the possibility of driving down the field and winning the game at the very end of the game with 2 minutes and something left? Did anybody believe that Auburn was going to get it done, that Jackson Arnold was going to help drive the team down the field to get a win? Did anybody think that was going to happen? Because I did not. I was not surprised at all when the final play for Auburn's offense in this game versus Texas A&M was getting sacked. I wasn't shocked one bit, unfortunately. At this point going forward in the season, what does this mean? Well, Auburn slips to 3-2 overall, 0-2 in SEC play, but something has to change. At this point, somebody's got to get fired. I don't know who that's going to be. I doubt it's Hugh Freeze at this point, but if he continues to lose SEC games, do we really believe that he has what it takes to make this team anything special? Because I don't. I've lost faith in Hugh Freeze. I'm not calling for his firing yet, but it kind of seems inevitable at this point. But going forward, offensive line protection has got to improve. Jackson Arnold needs time to throw the ball, and unfortunately, he needs a lot more time than he should need. He was guilty of holding the ball too long a week ago. We saw some of that yesterday. I think that we've got to do some more short passing. We need to get some slants in there, some crosses, something. But the short passing game has got to improve. We can't just all go deep all the time. This season, the running game has gone fairly well, but for some reason versus Texas A&M, we abandoned the run almost completely. We had, I believe, 30-something passing plays to only 20-something rushing plays, and we didn't really give the rushing game a chance to get going. And if we can't get the running game going, we're not going to get the passing game going either. Something has to give. Our passing game was not great. Our running game was not great, but we didn't give it a chance to develop. Overall, the frustration with Hugh Freeze and Auburn is building, and that pressure is going to continue to build. We played Georgia next. So we have a bye week, and then we play Georgia. You think that pressure is not going to get intensified if we lose to Georgia at home? When's the last time we beat Georgia? Something has to change. Otherwise, the future for Hugh Freeze at Auburn is going to be very short-lived. We're going to be looking for somebody new. And in the short term, we need to find somebody new. Somebody has to be held accountable for everything that's going wrong at Auburn, because my understanding was that Hugh Freeze was this offensive guru. He was this quarterback whisperer. And all we've seen from him so far, we had 2 seasons of Peyton Thorne. And now what we've seen from Jackson Arnold. When is this magical offense showing up on the field? Because I haven't seen it yet. Have you? Where is it? Where is this offense coming from? Or when is it going to arrive? Because what I've seen so far is not acceptable. It's not going to work. It's not going to lead to wins. And it's not going to lead to a future with Hugh Freeze at Auburn for much longer. Let me know what you thought about this game in the comments. And if you have not already, please subscribe to the channel. Look forward to talking more about Auburn football this season. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one.